welcome back to the Protea Academy YouTube channel. I'm Michelle, and in today's video we're going to be chatting about how you can cut your winery's costs with a winery bookkeeper. So in this video we'll be discussing what they do and how they can save you money. So with that said, let's jump straight in. Now, operating a winery is a challenging job. It requires an in-depth knowledge of many aspects of growing produce. You need to understand your plants, keep your soil healthy, watch for any signs of infection or pests, and know when your plants are ready to be harvested. And then you have to harvest your grapes and go through the entire winemaking process. Once the wine is bottled, aged, and ready to sell, you then need to take on the marketing of the product. As the owner, it is your job to keep track of all aspects of this business. You need to know your details readily, including expenditures and income. Now, not having accurate finances can cut into your bottom line, and it can even end up costing you money instead of making you a profit. Now, some business owners do struggle with this aspect of the winery because they do not properly keep up with their numbers. And that is when outsourcing to a winery bookkeeper may be the best option to prevent your business from taking the loss. By outsourcing your winery's bookkeeping to a bookkeeper who understands the wine industry, you can reduce your operating costs. There are several benefits to using an expert bookkeeper in this area that makes it worth the cost. By knowing your strengths and weaknesses when it comes to operating your business, you know where to reach out to the experts, and this is one of the easiest places to seek help. So what does a winery bookkeeper do exactly? Well, they can assist you with virtually any task related to managing your finances. They will oversee your accounts payable and accounts receivable, and in addition to this, they'll work with clients to ensure that your invoices are being paid timeously and communicate with vendors to make payments accordingly. Now, they will also reconcile your monthly bank statements with your internal financial documents and communicate with the bank if there are any issues. Tax preparation is another task that a winery bookkeeper can assist with. Your bookkeeper can closely work with your accountant on your annual tax returns. They can gather much of the information that your CPA needs, reducing the amount of work your accountant would have to do. This in turn can reduce the cost of your professional accounting services. Depending on your organization, your winery bookkeeper may even take on tasks relating to inventory or order tracking. Some even manage all aspects of a winery's inventory. Your bookkeeper will also be a sounding board for financial decisions that you need to make, and they can provide expert advice on potential projects or expansions. Where a traditional bookkeeper would need to take time to look up things such as rules and regulations, a winery accountant would know these things from experience. What this means is that you pay for fewer hours in hiring a winery accountant, but you get more detailed and accurate financials as a result. Using a bookkeeper instead of managing your finances yourself will help you save on operating costs in several ways. Now, to fully understand where these savings come from, you need to look beyond the cost of hiring a bookkeeping service. So I'm going to go through a few ways that you can reduce your overall costs by using a winery bookkeeping service. As the owner of the winery, you are likely handling many different aspects of your business, and this often includes handling all or many of the financial tasks. By leaving it up to an expert to handle the work, that would allow you to refocus your efforts on tasks that only you can do. And by giving you back some time, you can focus on earning more income for your winery. Bookkeeping isn't something that requires your personal attention, but making major business decisions is. You can also leave your bill paying up to your bookkeeper. It is often their responsibility to ensure that your bills get paid, accounts are billed, and that payments are received on time. They then track these expenses and income and provide you with more accurate budgets and insight as to how financially healthy your winery is at all times. Bookkeeping mistakes, and even those that may seem minor, can have a large impact on your business. They can result in lost income, missed opportunities to save money, and even fines in some instances. Now, by having a professional bookkeeper on board, they'll be able to catch many of the mistakes and correct them in time before it's too late. Your bookkeeper can also prevent other mistakes. They will ensure that your bills and incoming invoices are paid promptly, which helps you avoid late payment fees and keeps your professional relationships intact. Your bookkeeper will also carefully watch your budget so that you don't overspend, and a good bookkeeper will make certain that all clients are invoiced correctly and they'll stay on top of unpaid invoices. And finally, by hiring a bookkeeper, you may be able to reduce some of your overhead operating costs. And these costs include things such as office supplies, office furniture, technology-related costs, and other expenses that are required and necessary to operate a business, regardless of what industry that business is in. According to Intuit, overhead costs should ideally make up less than 35% of your total costs. Now, bookkeepers typically have an understanding of what a reasonable cost is in relation to these products and services, and they may be able to identify areas where you're overspending and either move you to a different vendor or renegotiate your contract. Now, this is one area that you may have never had time to focus on, but a dedicated bookkeeper can. If you're interested in learning more about how a winery bookkeeper can help you reduce your operating costs, feel free to reach out to us at Protea Financial. And as always, we trust you found this video insightful. And should you have any thoughts, comments, or suggestions for future content that you'd like to see, please feel free to drop it in the comment section below. Please also join us on our social media platforms such as LinkedIn and Facebook, or at our website at proteafinancial.com. Protea Academy, striving to achieve better accounting for everyone.